Hi, my name is Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. This is my August update for the 50 Shades of Blue project, which is a PANtastic Ladies collab created by Jessica, Amanda, and Cece, who I will link down below in the description box. So thank you very much to them for creating this project, which is a lot of fun. In this project, we pick 50 items from our collection, which are blue in some way, either the product or the packaging or writing on the packaging or something like that. And we create our own goals for those products. So my goals are all either 50 uses or to finish, which is pretty ambitious as a new panner, but you know, go big or go home, I guess. So in this update, I will be talking about all of the products that I have made significant progress in. There's a bunch of other ones that are really slow going or haven't been introduced yet, so hopefully you will see more about those later in the project. And for now, let's begin. Okay, so the first product is my Laneige Waterbank Blue Hyaluronic Serum. This is one of the few products that had use before the project started. But I have used this exactly 51 times. It was 50 times yesterday morning, 51 last night, and it is done. I finished it last night, just in time for the update, so that's pretty cool. So I don't have starting weights. I did weigh everything from my first video, which was last month. So last month, this weighed 130 grams, and now it weighs 92.66 grams for a loss of 10.34 grams, and it is done. So one rollout, yay. The next product we're going to talk about is the the Wet n Wild Winnie the Pooh Eeyore Smackerel of Honey highlighter pot in Lonely Glow. There's Eeyore, so cute. This is kind of a purplish jelly highlighter. I will swatch it, but I don't know how much you'll be able to see. So that you can see is very pinky purple. And so I had used, the goal for this is 50 uses, and I had used it 6 times, and I used it 4 times last month, so we're at 10 uses. And last month it weighed 35.07 grams, and now it weighs 35 grams, so he has gone down 0.07 grams. This is really cute, and I will probably keep the pot once the product is done. The next product is the Profusion Cosmetics and Peanuts collab Linus's pH color changing lip balm. So there's Linus and his blanket. Linus and his blanket. This one is a little tricky to use. I just find it really difficult to use because the product is wide. And the applicator, it just makes the application difficult, and especially with the pH changing, you can't really tell what's on your lips until it changes, and then you're like, oh, that's everywhere. So I don't I don't use this one outside of the house. I just kind of keep it by my chair where I watch TV, so that whenever I need a lip balm, I can just apply it there. And I don't really count, with most lip products, I count days of application rather than individual applications. So if I apply it 3 times in one day, I generally just count that as one application. But I have used this one, I had used it 34 times, and I used it 10 more times this month. So I've used it 44 times with the weight in July of 23 grams, and this month it is 22.95 grams. So it's lost 0.05 grams. And with 6 uses left, this will most likely be a rollout next month unless I completely forget about it, which is not unheard of. Okay, the next product is my second empty, and that is the Morphe Lust Potion Biphase Lip Oil in Thirst Trap, which the goal was to finish. And as you can see, it is completely empty. I have finished it completely. This was kind of just a blue sparkly lip oil. It wasn't overly blue or overly sparkly. I just kept it at my desk as my daily lip oil. So again, a day of lip oil production, usage at my desk could be 3 uses. It could be 7 uses. So it was easier to just track days. So yeah, I did use this one it was 24 in July, and then I used it 11 times between the last update and this update for a final amount of 35 uses. I didn't have a weight on this one even last month, but I do have another one of these which I weighed, so I'm sure it's not exact, but it's approximate. So the starting weight on that one, it was 24.64. It now weighs 19.82 grams. So that's usage of about 4.8 grams to finish in that in the last month. And yeah, so this one's done. So that's 2 empties. So kind of a slow start, but it looks like it might be picking up. Because I think before this I had 4 empties, so I think we're up to 6 empties out of 50, which, you know, not great for the 4th update, but, you know, it's not terrible. It could be worse, and like I said, I think we're ramping up to some empties. The next one is the Wet n Wild Scooby-Doo Puppy Power. Sorry, my sleep is bothering me. The Wet n Wild Scooby-Doo Puppy Power Cream Blush in Talk to the Paw. So there's Scooby. And this is really cute. It's a purple blush. I favor purple blushes. It's purple cream blush, and the applicator has a little paw on it, which is really cute. I had used this one 6 times, and last month I used it 4 times. So we're at 10 uses. And last month the weight was 37.37 grams, and this month the weight is 37.37 grams. So with 4 uses, it has not changed at all, which I find a little suspicious that not even, you know, a 1/10 of a gram, but I think it might be my scale. We'll see. We'll see if there's any change next month if I get some use on it. The next product is a little tricky. It's the Clar & Co. Hello You Shimmer Body Oil in Mallow Delight. It comes in this bottle, but this bottle has a dropper. Oops, sorry. I can show you the price tag. I need to do that. So Mallow Delight. This product has a dropper. I don't like body oils with droppers. I find them messy. So I have put it into this airless pump bottle. And this is the second pour into. So I think, judging by how much is left in here, after I finish this, there'll be either 1 more or maybe 2 more into the pump bottle. But I don't anticipate this lasting more than either 1 update or 2 updates, and then it will be out. But I did use this one. It was at 4 uses last month, and I used it 14 times this month, so we're at 18 uses. It's definitely not going to last 50. We'll see how long it goes. In July, I kind of weighed both of them. In July, the combined weight was 287.31, and this month the combined weight is 259.19. So we have used 28.12 grams of body oil. And the next project, sorry, I have a haircut tomorrow, so it's a little unruly for now, but hopefully it's not too crazy. So the next product we have kind of stalled a little bit. I talked about it a little bit last month. It is the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask, and this is kind of a mini. They have a big tub, and then there's this little like travel size one. I like Amika products, but I don't feel like this one is really doing much for my hair. So I was using it pretty regularly. I wash my hair a couple times a week, and I was basically using it as a conditioner. And I have decided I don't really like the way it feels in my hair, or the way my hair feels after I use it. So I only used it 1 time this past month. So we had used it 14 times. I used it 1 more, so we're at 15. And the weight in July was 59.31 grams, and the weight now is 54.37 grams. So that's a usage of 4.94 grams. So this is really opaque, and I could not for the life of me figure out where I am, but I think I'm all the way like down here. So even if I only use it once a month, or, you know, maybe twice a month, I will definitely finish this by the end of the project, but it is going to go a little slower than it has been. The next product is the Estee Lauder Mini Revitalizing Supreme Plus Night Power Bounce Cream. It's a little tiny tub. I have started using this, so you can see, let me show you a little bit of progress. You can kind of see where it is in the jar. It's a little bit lower than the lid for the lip for the lid. So I have been using a lot of my smaller duplicate moisturizers as neck cream. Because it works for me best that way to both work through my products, and also it feels nice on my neck. So this one has been in use as a neck cream, and it will continue to be that way until it's out, because I think I have 3 of these. So I just started using this month, so there are no uses last month. I have used it 10 times. The starting weight was 27.52, and now it is 24.07 grams for usage of 3.45 grams. And it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm fairly sure this will be out by next month, if not the month after, but pretty sure next month. So that's exciting too. The next product, this one is not a lot of usage, but there was so little usage that I wanted to talk about it this month. This is the Lancome Limited Edition Color Palette in Celestial Rose. I believe this is the 2024 holiday edition. You can see it's got these 6 shimmery shades. It's a beautiful palette. It's got this like rose gold writing. It comes in a velvet pouch and like this beautiful box, and I was a little intimidated to start using it, but I have got some usage on it now. Still a little bit slow, but I'm looking to hopefully get some more. I had used it once before the last update, and this last month I used it 4 times, so we're at 5 uses. And the weight has gone from 177.66 grams to 177.58 grams. So in 4 uses, we used 0.08 grams of product. I do really like these. They're pretty subtle, but also very pretty. And they're good for a quick pre-work makeup look. I just haven't been really good about doing my makeup for work this month, having some sleep issues. So it's hard to get myself up early enough to put makeup on even with a simple look. So I'm hoping to get better sleep and get more use on my stuff next month. But I do really like this product, and I am glad that I am getting some use from it. The next product is the Kopari Hydrating Silk Body Cream in this beautiful bottle. I love this bottle. It's a pretty blue glass bottle. It's very easy to see the usage. I didn't put any lines on it. I should probably put some washi tape or something if I'm going to use another one in a project. I have a couple other ones of these so that I can track it a little bit better. But I think it was about, I don't even know. But you can see we're almost done. And I have used this going into this month. I had used it 10 times, and I used it 6 times this month, which is a little low. I thought I had used it more than that, but this is only 16 uses and it's already gone. So I would not pay full price for this. This is pretty expensive. I found it at probably TJ Maxx. And it does feel really nice. It smells really nice. Comes in a beautiful bottle. So yes, I would definitely purchase it again if I find it at that price, not at full price. But it weighed 436 grams, heavy glass bottle. 436 grams in July, and it now weighs 393 grams. So in 6 uses, I have used 43 grams of product. And again, I will probably have this finished by next month. If not, then the month after. The next product is the Pixi Clarity Tonic. Pixi Clarity Tonic Salicylic Acid and Probiotics Clarifying Toner. So I think this is a smaller one. I don't think this is the full-size one. And you can see it is just under the label. Last month it was here. So we have got lots of use this month. I have used it. It was 14 times. 14 times going into July, and I used it 25 times this month for 39 uses. I originally had this in for 50 uses, but I'm either going to finish this before I get to 50 uses, or it will be almost done when I get to 50 uses, and at that point, there's no sense in like putting it back in the cabinet, especially because I do like this product. So I'm just changing the goal on this to finish, which should be either next month or the month after. So again, 25 uses this month for a total of 39. We went from 111.17 grams to 58.75 grams. So usage of 58.75. Usage of 52.42 grams. So about half of the usage this month. The next is my only fragrance in this project. It is the Kate Spade New York Sparkle Eau de Parfum in this pretty blue glass bottle. And this one is in for 50 uses. And I had used it 10 times and I have used it 4 times this month. I try to wear it at least once a week to make sure I get enough uses. I think I'm a little bit behind, so towards from now to the end of the product, I'll probably have to use it, you know, a couple times a week to make sure I get enough uses to fulfill my goal. But I don't mind. I really like that that fragrance. It's a little floral, but it's not enough that I can't wear it. So in July, it weighed 271 grams. Now it weighs 267 grams, so 4 grams of usage on the perfume. The next one is my Supergroup Mini Unseen Sunscreen, a little tiny mini. Oops, there's stuff on it. I had used it 5 times going into the project. I have used it 13 times this month for a total of 18. It's a clear product, so even shining a light in it, it's hard to tell, but I think this is almost done. I think this maybe has 1 or 2 more uses. I could be wrong. I can never tell. But I do think it is almost done. So in July, it weighed 28.28 grams. I think my notebook said 20.28, but considering it weighs 25.37 grams now, I think the 20 is actually 28. So I think it was 28.28 and now it's 25.37 for a grand total of 2.91 grams in this last month. Again, there's not much left in here. I have a couple other SPFs products in this project, but I have a bunch of face SPFs that all expire this year. So it's kind of trying to see which one expires next to make sure I get used. And I have 2 that actually expire this month. They're very small, thankfully. So I've got to finish those before I roll in anything else from this project. But yeah, this one is almost done. The next is the P. Louise Silky Soothie Body Lotion in Mixed Fruit. Here's the package it comes in. I have decanted it into this bottle, this pump bottle, because again, easier to use. I have used this once. I used it yesterday, so I started here, and I think I started here, and I think it's like here now. So just 1 use, but this seems to move very quickly. It says that in 1 use, I went from 263 grams to 250 grams, which is 13 grams. I don't think that's right. I think one of those numbers is wrong. So we'll see what kind of usage I get next month. But this will probably move fairly quickly, especially once I finish the Kopari. I am kind of using them in tandem. So we'll see where we go. But I had, kind of excited to start something new. So that was fun. So that's just at the beginning, and we'll see how the next month goes. And then my last product that I'm talking about today is my Garnier waterproof all-in-one waterproof micellar cleansing water. We got a big jump this month. Went from here to here. I went from 23 uses. I had 10 uses this month. So we're at 33. And again, this was in for 50 uses, but I don't know if I'm even going to make 50 uses. And if I do, it's going to be down here. So I might as well finish it. So I'm just changing the goal on this one to finish. And in July, it weighed 180.72 grams. And now it weighs 126.56 grams. So 54.16 grams of usage on this one. So those are all the products I've made pretty significant progress on this month. I think there's a lot of possible or likely rollouts next month, which is exciting. Possible rollouts are, oh shoot, one of them is not here. It's probably because it's in the bathroom being used. But it's a mini Bioma hyaluronic acid serum. It's about this big. I think it's about half done. And now that my water bank serum is done, I will be focusing on that one. So I think that one is likely to roll out next month. Again, it's dark blue and opaque and hard to see. So I'm not quite sure how much is left in there, but I think it's at least half done. It might be even more than that. So I think I have 11 uses on that one. So we'll see how that one goes. What else might be rolling out? The lip balm, because I only need 6 uses on this one. It's definitely not to finish. I mean, I haven't barely even scratched the surface on it, but and I may just keep it by my bedside, by my chair anyway, and just keep using it. Although I might roll in another lip balm to kind of keep using my products just, at the side of my chair as for daily use. What else I think we'll done? Probably this body oil, but maybe not. This might be another month after that, but we've got some good uses on that. The Estee Lauder night cream, this little guy, I'm fairly sure this will be done by next month. The Kopari body cream, again, pretty close to the end there, so either next month or the month after. The Pixi Clarity Tonic, getting pretty close on that. And the Supergroup Unseen Sunscreen, like I said, I think it only has a couple uses left. And the Garnier Micellar Water will either be done or very close to done. So that's exciting. That's like 7 or 8 products that we might see empty next month, which would be it'd be really motivating to get. It is actually really motivating to see usage on that, to see how much I'm using my products. So that's fun. Things that I will likely roll in next month. Excuse me. I am finishing a couple of sachets of eye gel, which those 2 sachets have lasted me literally like 2 weeks, maybe more, which tells me, Lisa, you do not need the like 782 mini eye creams that you have. Do not buy any more eye cream, because the ones I have, I'm not going to get through probably before they go bad. But I will be rolling in this mini Belief Aqua Bomb eye gel. It's the Aqua Bomb depuffing eye gel with caffeine and hyaluronic acid. And again, this is just a mini, but it's eye gel, so it may take me 72 months. So we'll be working on that one, probably. I think I have a few more uses on the ones I'm using now. I will also be rolling in 2 cleansers. And these will, again, I'm working on some cleanser sachets to get them out of my collection, and then I will roll these in. So these are imminent roll-ins. This is the Tula Skincare The Rich Rinse Nourishing Cream Cleanser. This is a mini. I think this was a diamond gift from Ulta at one point. And then the La Roche-Posay Telluriane, no idea how to pronounce that, Purifying Foaming Cleanser. Also a little mini that I think was probably a free gift from Ulta. And so I'm working on these 2. So these are roll-ins and possible roll-outs, because they're both fairly small. This one definitely, this one maybe. So we'll see. This one, I don't think it's a rollout because it's an eye gel, but we'll start working on it. Also the Laneige Water Sleeping Mask. This guy it's a little mini, and this guy's really tiny. It's not even all the way into like this. You look, you're like, oh, that's a decent amount. It's just this little tiny tub. So yeah, if I roll this one in, it will probably also be a rollout. And then my Laneige Mini Waterbank Blue Hyaluronic Moisturizer. This is actually a full tub, but it's a little tub. I'm dealing with some breakouts, pretty bad breakouts, so which I do not think are skincare based. I have learned, did you know, side note, that high doses of biotin supplements can cause acne, and like it pretty much immediately. Like after 2 days I was like, what is breaking me out? And then I realized, well, I just started that supplement, so I googled it. Sure enough, high doses of biotin can exacerbate or cause acne, especially along the chin and jawline, which is where mine is. So I stopped taking that immediately, but it's going to take a while for my skin to calm down. So I am trying to like minimize the amounts of like different items I'm using on my skin right now. I'm trying to kind of stick to my tried and trues. So I will roll these in, but I might wait until my skin calms down a little bit more before I do. Then I'm finishing up a body scrub, and then after that I will roll in the Cream Shop Hello Kitty Crystal Cleanse Sugar Body Scrub Cotton Candy Scented. So you can see this is blue. And so this will be my next body scrub that I am using, and it's a pretty big tub. It is 14 ounces, so I don't think this will roll. It's going to take me a few months to use probably, but looking forward to using that. And then the last one that I will probably roll in is the I Do Care Hydro Vibes 10 Hyaluronic Acid Serum. 1 ounce bottle. It's clear, which I like, so you can see progress. If I finish the Bioma Serum, I will roll this one in. So that's, there's a lot of movement coming in the next few weeks, so that'll be exciting. But that is all of my products. That is my update for August. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, I would appreciate it if you would leave a like. If you have a comment on anything I have used or am planning to use, or if you want to let me know what you are working on, I would really appreciate a comment. And I really hope that if you enjoy this content and you enjoy panning games in general, that you consider giving me a subscribe. So thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Thank you.